Charlene White, 42, received an outpouring of support from fans after she paid a heartfelt tribute today to her late cousin. The Loose Women's star recounted the surreal feeling of attending a scaled-down funeral due to coronavirus lockdown restrictions. In view of her 64,000 Twitter followers, Charlene remembered her cousin Ryan on the anniversary of his funeral. She wrote, "A year ago today we buried my cousin Ryan. The final stage of easing lockdown was delayed by a month, so it was a scaled-back funeral, and a small reception. Both at odds with a young man who is loved by so many. A year on, it still feels so surreal and like it never happened." Charlene soon received a barrage of replies from fans sending her words of support. TV Marv said, "Sending lots of love, darling. Grief is unbearable sometimes, the loss feeling strong every day no matter how long ago. Big hugs to you XXXXXXXX." Rachel Cook News added, "So sorry for this, Charlene. I feel the same about my father-in-law who passed in October 2020. We couldn't do any of the normal rituals. It still feels surreal." Dominique Jubian penned, "So sorry to hear about your family grief, and it must have been, and still now, heartbreaking. I was dreading anything like this in my family as we would have been unable to travel to France or vice versa. Totally unimaginable. Sending you comforting thoughts and hugs." Sick, Kate Henning 15 typed, "Thinking of you, Charlene. Such an awful way to have to say goodbye. Take care." Charlene previously opened up on her experience with grief during the pandemic during a discussion on Loose Women. Earlier this year, the TV star broke down in tears as she recounted sitting alone at her aunt's funeral. It came after Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologized for attending a Bring Your Own Booze party in the Downing Street garden in May 2020, during the first coronavirus lockdown. Charlene recounted, "My family stuck by the rules. We had to bury family members without even being able to hug each other. I had to sit in a crematorium while my aunt was buried, and because I wasn't living in the same household as my brother or sister, I had to sit in a pew by myself with my baby daughter on my lap, all in floods of tears and couldn't hug each other." Unable to contain her emotions, Charlene continued, "I stood by the graveside as grave diggers were filling that grave and watching my cousin in floods of tears and not being able to hug her because we were following the rules. Because we didn't know what else to do. We were told we had to follow the rules, so we were following the rules with the understanding that those in charge were also doing the same thing."